Alright, Clashers, welcome back to Clan War Heroes of Equilibrium. I was going to do a double feature this time because I've been kind of busy the past couple days, but sadly there was some kind of maintenance of some sort and I'm not able to watch the replays for the battle between Del Fuegos. So we're just going to be watching Germany, and after that I'm going to be showing you guys a couple of the new Town Hall 9 bases that I've been making. Their original bases. I mean, there might happen to be other players out there with exactly the same base, but I did not look at any bases when making it. It's just something I came up on my own. Oh, yeah. So, okay, so the first war is 109 to 30. These guys gave up like halfway through. I think they saw our clan and our star ratio in the beginning, and they just kind of gave up the ghost. So it wasn't really much of a challenge. But we're going to be watching Silver. His first attack. Well, the first attack is Silver. Alright, so he sends in a giant to lure out the clan castle. A really easy clan castle to lure. You know, sometimes if the opponent has a lot of archers, it's good to send in like 2 giants, just because you can't be sure. If you can actually count all the archers, then you can be sure that you've gotten all the units out. But if not, especially with archers or barbarians, any kind of units that take up a lot of space, it takes a long time to draw them out of the clan castle. So you want to take your sweet time with getting them all out. Maybe send in a second unit in range just to make sure that they're all baited out. Alright, so that's a little pointer on clan castle baiting. Okay, so there he goes again. See? He's sending in the second hog. Yeah, it's my first time to watch this replay, but did a good job there. He got all the units. I'm pretty sure that's the rest of it. So what you want to do is when you send in your units, you want to make sure that no more new units are popping out while your unit is still in range. So you keep an eye on the clan castle when you bait out units. If you can actually count the units and if you recognize the clan castle level, then that's great too. Alright, so here are the wizards. You've got the clan castle units, hogs are coming in, good heal spell right there. Clan castle, you always want to get good clan castle units when you're doing hog attacks. I normally ask for just more hogs because those are the units you send in large groups. So instead of asking for wizards for cleanup, I would make the wizards myself and then ask for hogs. Yeah, it looks like a pretty easy cleanup. The only thing so far that I see in this attack which I would have done differently is to probably send in the hogs. See, because this is a symmetrical base, you can see all the giant bombs are placed here, so it doesn't really matter where you start from, you're going to eventually hit them with your hogs anyway. So I would have probably sent in the hogs from this side, because the wizards were behind. So by the hogs coming in from this side, they destroy the defense towers that are on this side, which means these wizards will be able to clear these buildings faster, right? Like he would still have several wizards here if right after the cleanup he sent in his hogs. Or you do the cleanup in the area that you want to send in your hogs from. That's another method you can use. It's a small thing, but it might actually make a difference with whether you get that 3rd star or not, right? How many cleanup units you have left. Of course, the wizards in this case were not the cleanup units. They were the units to deal with the clan castle. But, you know, if they're alive, they can still clean up buildings, right? Alright, so that's it for this attack. 3 stars. Boom. 32 hogs. So yeah, he used a lot of hogs. I think he had like 5 hogs in his clan castle, so he made 27 hogs on his own. Now we're going to go watch the most epic defense by Need Peace. He's a new player which joined our clan about 2 or 3 wars ago, I think. Alright, so here's his base. It's a Town Hall 7 base, so it makes it pretty hard to make your clan castle unlurable. So in this case, I think it's fine that his clan castle isn't like right in the middle. I would personally like to put it a little more in the center, but it's not such a big deal. Alright, we've got a king, we've got a queen, and a P.E.K.K.A coming in. Well, that P.E.K.K.A died really quickly, huh? I got some good splash damage going on. This guy's going with a lot of barbs and archers. And one thing I realized here is that he doesn't have enough wall breakers. Like, or did he use any at all? I'm not sure. He should have sent in wall breakers right there. Also, another thing I would have done differently in this kind of situation is I would attack this base from either this side or this side over here. Reason being is that it's not a perfect square, it's not a sphere, it's kind of a rectangle. So logic suggests that if you go from one end to the other side, you'll have less buildings hitting you from once. Like if you go right from the middle, then all of a sudden you have like half of the base shooting at you. Whereas if you go from here, only about a third. So the initial DPS that the base will have is much less if you hit these long-shaped bases from the end, from one of the ends. Alright, so yeah, 21 giants, wizards. I don't know. This army seems a little bit small. I think that P.E.K.K.A. kind of took up a bit of space. You could have had like 5 more wizards, 6 more wizards. Wizard takes 4 space, so P.E.K.K.A. takes 25. So yeah, he could have had 6 more wizards, I think. Somebody just gave me something. Okay, so that's it for the Clan Wars. Equilibrium versus Germany. This brings our clan record up to, what is it? 16. So we've had 16 wins and 1 tie and 0 losses so far. Elduro dropped down to Crystal League for his farming purposes, I think. Now we got a few new members here in our clan. Alright, now let's go take a look at the bases which I was talking about. So this is a Town Hall 9. I've been on Town Hall 9 for ages because I don't rush my Town Hall. Yeah, so this is the non-Clan War version. The core right here holds 1 mortar, 2 air defenses, the heroes, and the clan castle. And the main point of this base is that the clan castle cannot be triggered, just like the Town Hall 8 bases, which I've showed you in the previous episode. So the top, that's the main thing. The heroes, they walk around, so they can always be lured. It's pretty much impossible to make your heroes completely unlurable, unless you want to have a massive core. So it's a matter of personal choice. Also, this base has really weak anti-air, because the anti-air is on the edge, and the mortars are also on the edge. I'm actually thinking of changing this base to my main base, but it does have good defense for the gold storages. They all have their own compartment, so they need to go through 2 walls minimum to get to the gold storage, and 3 walls minimum. 2 walls minimum to get to the center also. But it's made kind of like the Ringa base where they go around. So the general concept is still the same. I have the elixirs in a pretty vulnerable spot because I don't really need elixir. It's just excessive. Oh, and another thing is these Teslas actually go in the middle. I was just playing around with them and trying to get some free trophies from lame attacks, but it didn't really work. So yeah, so that's what the Teslas are for right there. Extra air defense in the center, stronger core. So this is an anti-hog base. Now we're going to go take a look at my war base. Where is it? Here it is. This base is also an original base that I came up with. The core is actually pretty big. It's got 12 hexes one way, so that's 12 times 12. Perfect square in the middle. The clan castle cannot be centered. It has to either be here or 1 hex. Well, I can't edit it right now, or 1 hex higher. But as you can see, the town hall is very well protected with 3 hidden Teslas. These expos, it's all symmetrical, and the mortars too. I had 3 mortars in the middle actually before, but I decided I'd rather have my heroes a little bit closer to the middle to buy me some time. It might make the opponent waste a little more time trying to bait them out if they're in the middle. So, and I put the mortar right here. As you can see, it's got the same kind of double giant bombs for the hogs or giants. Mainly for hogs, though. Got some clustered little bombs. These bombs are just jokes, so I just put them wherever. I don't really like those bombs so much. And we've got the spring traps spread out a little bit. The reason why I spread them out instead of having them in one cluster like I used to is because if they go like mass barbs or something, then it might trigger off all 3 of them just with a few units getting in there. But by having them in between different towers like this, it guarantees that they need to have pretty strong units to get through these towers first, and then they'll go on to the next. And then the spring trap will get them. So what I like about this base is that it's hog proof. It's also an unlurable CC. You can see that if they send in a hog here, it will attack the wizard tower, then it will go on to the mortar, and even that might not trigger the clan castle. So it takes a lot to trigger this clan castle right here. From the northern side, it's even harder, you can see, because the clan castle is a little bit on the lower side. It's also very dragon-proof, too, because all the air defenses are right in the middle. So this is a very good base, and I like it a lot. The mortars, there are 2 mortars in the middle, so there's a lot of splash damage to hit all the units that go around. This base, yeah, and of course the expos too. They don't do splash, but they have long range, so all the long range towers are in the middle. It's a little bit weak around the outside. There are some towers which you can pick off relatively easily. That's why I have these buildings right in front, so that they can't just place archers down right here and take out the units right away. But yeah, like these corners are a little bit weak. They just need to take out 2, and then they can already go to the cannons. But you know, you got to compromise somewhere when making a base, right? So yeah, that's it. I haven't really named the base or anything. You can just look at it and copy it. It's a very simple layout, very easy to make. What I'm going to do with this base is I'm going to change the positioning of the gold storages a little bit and put walls around them. Maybe I'll use up these walls right here, and I'll make that my normal farming base. Well, farming slash trophy hybrid base, I guess, because I can always move the town hall inside if I need to. Yeah, so this war is looking pretty good. We are ahead in the attack count, but we've been having much better attacks overall. They've been failing a lot with getting stars, so I'll be casting this war in the next episode, hopefully, if there isn't any kind of maintenance. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.